Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Lord of the Rings Online. We are here near Hellegrod. I'm going to quickly take this guy out because, yeah, he's probably going to attack us if we just walk past him, so it's probably better just to get the jump on him and take him out. Yeah. So, we also got a missing page of the Shot in the Dark, which is very, very nice. And there's us getting a bit closer to that. So, this quest, we're going to be doing this one, which obviously we got to go to the treasury for, and we will get inspiration, obviously, which is why I kind of delayed it till this episode, just because, you know, I'm expecting it to take up that time.
Elrond Half-Elven fears that the remaining Nazgul has enlisted the aid of the gaunt Lord Drogoth to instill a fell spirit into the frozen corpse of the ancient dragon Thorog and raise the beast once more as a wight. Little time remains to stop their evil plans.
Right then, so it looks like basically the Nazgul want to bring back Thorog to life, but before we do any of that, we do have our Hobbit gift for the day, so let's quickly get on to that. Rejuvenation potion. Again. Yay. So yeah, gonna take these guys out. We have inspiration, so we should be perfectly fine. I don't think we're gonna, you know, die or anything, so even with these guys being 4-1, I think we're going to do well enough. We also got a well-kept Matham out of it. I'm going to not use those now. I'm just going to keep the inventory space just in case anything bad does happen. Well, not bad, but I want to keep the inventory space open just in case we do get a ton of items. And at the end of the episode, we can, you know, do all that. Either that or I'll forget one of the two. Second one's more likely. I don't think... I was about to say, I don't think if I get rid of the thing that summoned it, it will go away. Because sometimes they don't, but it looks like this one did. So that's good. And there we go. These guys are giving quite a lot of XP. 269. And giving a lot of lag as well. Oh, that's fun. I'm going to go for the Fell Spirit first. Just because I'm not a fan of Fell Spirits. Though, to be fair, I am going against archers otherwise, and archers are also a pain. Which is why you want to get close to them so they're not using their bow. So looking at this, that's really not that good. It gives us more agility, but it's like half the armor. Actually, not half the armor. It's like 100 less armor. What is it? 111-ish? No. Okay. Whatever. Over 100 less armor. So definitely not worth dealing with, even if it did give us a bit more agility, which in turn would give us a tiny bit more damage. But yeah, definitely not worth it. We also now found another missing page of a Shot in the Dark. Speaking of which, let's actually quickly look at a Shot in the Dark. We have found 3 out of 8 pages so far. We get 10 turbine points and I think a class trait point out of that. So essentially, we just have to kill enemies that can drop it. So these guys, the dead, I think it might just be the dead that drop it, or it might just be specifically these guys at this certain level. Examine the others that drop them at that level. So a plaque on the side of the obelisk is written in several tongues. It reads, I, Durin, Lord of Khazad-dûm, have delved this vault with the aid of that to protect the riches found here. There are obelisk crafted with the arts of elves as a token of friendship. Those who invoke the name of the Star Kindler may pass. 3 times 3 are the obelisks, and 3 times must you speak. So we are going to have to go to basically 3 obelisks and do that. I don't know if this counts as one of them. I guess not. Maybe that's just the instructions one. So we're gonna have to find these obelisks. So let's do a little walk through. This guy's level 45, so it's good to take him out quickly. I don't think we're gonna level up from this because we need 20k. Maybe we'll get like that much XP. Maybe from like killing them and also the quest completion. Like, these guys are giving us, what, we need 23k, these are giving us 260, so 100 kills would do this. I mean, I got interrupted, but look at that. That is Thorog right there, his corpse, which is ever so lovely looking. I really didn't want to attack those guys. I actually wanted to attack the Fell Spirit and see if I could get him on his own, but I guess, you know, we're still gonna get them nonetheless. So, not too bad. Still have to find this, these obelisks. They don't seem to be in the corners as I had maybe thought. I thought, you know, 4 corners, 4 obelisks, and then one is the instructions one, but no. Apparently that's not a thing. So I'm guessing these off passages probably lead to them, but I am slightly interested in how everything is, and obviously also want to make sure that I get rid of all the enemies. So that's that guy taken care of. How close are we to getting back to, well, yeah, we're very close to basically getting back. I don't actually think it fully loops around, which would kind of make sense. As far as he didn't get aggroed on us. Yeah, it doesn't look like it properly routes around. So that's probably the best we're gonna get. So I guess that makes sense that there aren't any obelisks anywhere like that. So I guess the passageways down here are probably our best bet at the moment. At least we're getting quite a bit of silver from these guys, like 5 silver. You know, didn't get anything from that, but we did get some nice armor and stuff, so at least we're profiting. Even if we got nothing, well, even if we got like 1 silver from each thing, we'd still be profiting, but you know, nonetheless, it's nice to be getting things, like money and items from this, because this is all vendor trash, which we can get rid of, and look how much there is of it. And at this rate, we will even actually. How much is that? 62 silver. Oh, that's nice. I was gonna say, even at this rate, we will. I guess eventually get to level 41, considering the amount of enemies here. And yeah, obviously, as you saw, we also got another missing page, which is good. Which is why I'm glad there aren't as many undead sort of enemies as there are. Looking at that guy. We can't obviously get the pages, but from these guys, oh, even these guys we can't. Take him out. I think he can just continuously spawn him, so let's get rid of the source of the whole thing. Probably the best way to go about it. Though, that would, in theory, give us infinite enemies to attack and kill. Actually, they're not even giving us XP, so it's not actually that good. So I guess because they're summoned, that's probably why. Found an obelisk, I think. Just guessing. Right, so let's just take the High Priest out first. Because it's not like we get anything particularly good out of keeping these guys alive. I don't even think they drop anything. That might be true. Let's have a quick check. No, they don't seem to drop anything, or at least that guy didn't. We can test for this one. No, looks like it pretty much consistently doesn't. I'm gonna see if I can ignore those guys, actually. So I could in theory, but I do want to actually get rid of these guys. Just for the sake of it, really. And extra experience. Like, you know, if it's there, I'll use it. And yeah, then we have to just do the same thing 2 more times. You know, it's going to be quite a long episode probably because of this. And finally, there we go. So out of here we go. Should be clear now. I don't think anything's going to start respawning or anything like that, so we should be fine. I actually want to check. We can actually... Oh. I thought we could get on a horse for the moment, but no, it's that little buggy type thing. I wonder if we can get this... We can, but it's currently through the ceiling, so we won't do that. Because I feel like it's counterproductive. You know, it's kind of for showing off purposes, and if we can't show off, then, you know, not really worth it. So yeah, this and then the other corner over there are probably going to be the only 2, unless this one's like a fake one, because there's no enemies so far, but there are enemies on the map, so I guess we just had to go a little bit further. There we go. Oh, Oh, we just got inventory overfill. That's all. This is why I said I was going to keep the Malvins and stuff in the inventory, because I wanted to make sure that I had space for them. Looks like a high priest. Or a few high priests, actually. So, this should be fun. Hopefully, you know, they don't start summoning more things. I guess I can try and take them out before that happens. And hopefully then these spirits do disappear. Looks like they do. So I'm going to try and get the high priest. There we go. At least we should have a ton to sell after this. Looking for everything. Dark steel sword, for example. Let's have a look. Is that level 42 sword? Let's have a quick look. So 42 does better than our refined dwarf craft sword, which is not that difficult considering that's what, a level 32? Yeah. 10 whole levels above it and only does 7 more max damage. I could probably do better just from weaponsmithing. 42, let's have a look. That's already better anyway, and then that's not even critted. So, yeah, definitely worth doing the weaponsmithing when we get to level 42. Anything in that? Nope. Well, not yet. I'm assuming there'll be enemies in there at a later point. Considering that's kind of where Thorog is, and we kind of have to try and stop them bringing him back to life. So, yeah, probably something's gonna go down there. Just a hunch. And hopefully this one, like considering this is the first one you should go down, hopefully it's not too difficult to get done. Where even is it? It's not down there, and I guess there's a pathway. No. Okay, that's interesting. Where is the obelisk is the question. Unless I've gone down a weird pathway that like I wasn't supposed to go down till later, maybe. That might be a thing. We'll see. Is there any other? Yeah, there's that bit there. So I'm gonna guess that I could just leave those guys. I don't care about them that much. We've actually gone up like 7k XP though from when I last looked, so that's good. We've also gone up quite a bit of money as well since we started. So that's also very good. So yeah, this one here, and there's also that one down there. I'm guessing this one though, because considering the enemies are already kind of in our face. Rather than, well, actually that second one that we did had enemies quite far down, so maybe it's just the luck of the draw to which one we go down, probably. Because either way, even if we started from the beginning, we'd still have gone down those two eventually. So, even if this one isn't it, we would have probably gone down it by now. But it looks like it is the correct one. So that is good, which means the first one is not the correct one. So, yay. Unless the first one is one we have to go down in a minute. Once everything kind of unlocks. So I'm guessing this unlocks the way to get to Thorog. Probably. That would probably make sense where the next stage goes to. We'll have to see though. Then we've got the High Priest to deal with, which means they're going to summon something. That High Priest is actually kind of good because he's not paying attention, so if we can get rid of this guy and then get on to the other guy before he starts trying to summon anything, as in now. Oh, that's good. He wasn't able to summon, which is good for everything. Makes everything quicker and also means we don't have to attack another entire thing. We can invoke the name Elbereth, and then we have to go end the Nazgul plans, which probably is where Thorog is, so it is Thorog, right? Yeah, Thorog, I think. So Thorog was defeated here, and then they're trying to bring Thorog back to life. So where did it open from is the question that I need the answer to. I'm kind of guessing it'll be kind of far down here. Yeah, I was going to say where it seemed there was... Oh, actually, were all of them opened except that one? So... Oh. I have a feeling we're going to get dazed. Yep. Stunned. The spirit taking over Thorog. Great. Great, great, great. I want a screenshot. Yeah. Also, it looks cooler. And one more. Checking we can't move still. Great. Oh, I just got whipped in the face. He's breaking free. We watched High School Musical. Oh. So, none of us kind of won with that. Oh, okay, we're getting attacked. He has 24k health. I don't. So, or 27k. Oh, I misread. The thing is, we can like kind of avoid in a sense, and I'm also guessing like he's going to give up halfway through. It's kind of how they generally end up doing these sorts of things. I will have my inventory open. It would be nice if I wasn't, you know, stunned for however long I'm being stunned for. I was going to say, I guess I'm maybe going to get him to 10k and he's going to be like, I don't want to die. Either that or I will take him completely down. Let's take that and let's take that. Heal us up a bit. Also, I want to find... I'm pretty sure we had, unless it's because it's not... We ain't got it yet. Oh, what? You're cheating. It's not fair, man. He's an enraged fell spirit. Not fun. Tab. Buttons are really difficult to press when you're trying to run away consistently. Can I not? I'm rooted. But I can still attack. So rooted isn't as bad as stunned. Hopefully I can get away and survive this ordeal. Universal morale potion. I'm gonna die. For the first time. Yeah, we just died. Like, I can't get through this, that means. That sucks. Okay, okay. That time it went perfectly fine. I have no idea what I did differently. I only used one potion. So, empty robes we can do something with. Has a cooldown of 10 seconds. 5 seconds. I'm going to stay away because I don't know what it's doing. I don't know. What happens? Like they have a... Whatever. I guess we can't use them for anything in particular. I'm really upset though that I was fine with, you know, killing him the second time, but the first time where I actually used more potions, I died. I guess if anything... I think it might have been due to the reflective damage.
The missing Nazgul fled to the ancient ruins of Helegrod, where he and the gaunt Lord Drogoth attempted to raise a dragon as the most terrible of wights. Though the ritual was successful, the Nazgul was sent back to Mordor, and the Dragon White fled. I fear that Drogoth may yet bring the Dragon White under his control, but that is not compared to the burden I must guide south.
Yeah. So, obviously, we need to now go talk to Elrond. Right, so we're in Elrond's library. Let's jump down. Fire and Ice is done. Get a quest reward. Obviously, we'll just choose the medium armor thing. And now we just have the forward. Book 6 forward. Talk to Aragorn in Rivendell. Should probably be close, so I'm accepting. So, Book 5 is now done. Book 6 is started, or at least, you know, the forward for it. So we just have to talk to Aragorn, which we will do at some time in the future, but obviously first I need to do some leveling up because, as proved by today, we are severely underleveled at the moment, so I don't want to be dying, to say the least. So probably do some skirmishing and some farming. I've been meaning to do a bit of farming for a while because we are on Anorian, which means I was thinking of doing like 500 Anorian crops and just seeing how that goes. Because that should definitely level us up, and also be quite interesting to have a look at. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.